dreams of a dead person being alive can have meanings that are ingrained in how you feel about the person, or what their unique qualities were that made an impact in your life. You may be seeking something from them and are needing their advice, presence, or the advantage that they gave you when they were alive. These dreams can have multiple meanings, so let's get into each of them. What does a dream of a dead person being alive represent? A dream of a dead person being alive can have lots of different interpretations. Most are connected to your own emotions about them. Here are some of the common symbolisms. Symbolic of how much you miss them. Dreaming of a dead person being alive could signify how much you miss them. You may be reminiscing about the time you used to spend together, and are craving to spend time together again. Their visit in your dream could mean that they can hear your call for them, and would likewise want to spend time with you even if just in your dreams. Symbolic of needing wisdom. Sometimes, dead people can be alive in your dream so that they could show you a path that they recommend you take, or they want to give you wisdom on something. Find out what they want to tell you, or what their message is for you in your dream, and assess whether it makes sense for your situation in your waking life. Symbolic of a resurrection. Seeing a dead person become alive in your dream could be symbolic of a resurrection. Maybe there is a hobby that you have set aside, or a subject that you used to be passionate about, that you don't do anything actively about anymore. Maybe there is also a friend that you used to be close to, but hardly ever talk with now. Dreaming of a dead person being alive could mean that this previously cast aside skill, interest, person, or relationship could be making a comeback in your life. Maybe you have been ruminating on it recently and have thought about how much more fulfilling life would be if you started pursuing that thing, or spending time with that friend again. Symbolic of great luck. A dead person being alive is sort of like a miracle. When you dream this, it could also be symbolic of massive luck that you are to enjoy in your life soon. Something seemingly impossible will happen to you. Be ready for this blessing so that you can fully spot it when it appears, and accept it into your life fully. Positive expectation always brings about desirable outcomes. Symbolic of a second chance. When a dead person becomes alive suddenly, it's like you have a second chance in your relationship with that person. The person that gets resurrected also has a second chance with his or her own life. This could signify the second chance that you could be enjoying soon as well. Maybe there was a decision that you would want to do over. Your dream may be telling you that this opportunity is well underway for you to make amends or start over. Symbolic of fixing some issues. Dreaming of a dead person being alive means there is another occasion to patch things up, iron out some details, or just cover some bases. This dream could mean that you will have an opening to fix some issues in your life, issues that you thought would just remain there forever and you can't do anything about them anymore. This dream is telling you that you apparently can still do something about them, and your chance is coming up pretty soon. Symbolic of anxiety. Sometimes, dreaming of a dead person being alive could also symbolize anxiety. When a person dies, a significant thing has ended and that could bring peace to some. When something that is thought of as dead comes alive again, this peace could be taken away. This could mean that you are experiencing anxiety and that you should do your best to strip it away from your daily experience, as it serves no beneficial purpose for you. Symbolic of nostalgic experiences. You could be simply nostalgic for some experiences, and the person you used to do this with has already passed. If they are alive in your dream, it could mean that you would want to experience these things again. It could be going on an adventure, pursuing something you are passionate about, making art, among others. Common situations in which you dream of a dead person being alive. Dream of a dead parent being alive. If your dream is about a dead parent being alive, it could signify that there are childhood memories that have come to the fore, or that there are childhood patterns that are repeating themselves in your waking life. If these patterns are positive ones, then this is okay. But if they are negative, then this dream is letting you know that you should be aware of what patterns you are propagating, and to strip yourself of them if they are not beneficial to you and to the loved ones who are around you. Dream of a dead person being alive and calling you to go somewhere. This dream could mean that someone wants to lure you into a situation that is tempting for you, though you may not be familiar with it. A lot of people may have warned you not to go for it, but you are really curious about it. Just make sure that this will not cause any trouble for you. Also be prudent with your choices and put your long-term happiness as your priority, if you are having trouble deciding on what to do. Dream of a dead grandparent becoming alive. This dream could mean that you are seeking wisdom of some sort, something that older people can especially give you. They could be offering you wisdom, so try to remember what they say and how you felt when they were talking to you. If you felt awash with peace, bask in that feeling and let the universe give you the answers that you want and need. Trust that it will be given to you as well. Dream of a dead enemy becoming alive. If you have an enemy or someone you just don't get along with in your life, and that person has already died, and then you dream of this person being alive, then this could symbolize some anxiety that you are harboring inside of you. What is causing this anxiety? If you can, cut yourself off from whatever is triggering it. This will lower your momentum towards a negative subject, which will allow you to recuperate and be able to decide better on how to handle challenging situations. In the meantime, expose yourself to low-pressure and enlivening settings and people, so that you can shore up your self-worth and be in a position to make a better decision. Dream of a dead person being alive and persuading you to go with him or yet you really don't want to go. Pay attention to what is happening in your dream. Are you anxious? Do you feel pressured by this person? Or are you in control? This may symbolize how you deal with various people in your life, whether they are people of authority, or your family, friends, or people you work with. The way you feel and the way you answer in your dream is indicative of how you can be or how you feel about them in your waking life. Most of the time, you may not be in agreement with these people, but try to accede to their requests when you can, just to buy peace. Make sure that these actions are still aligned with what is best for you and are honoring your own boundaries. Dream of a famous dead person being alive. Try to identify what about this famous person you liked, or maybe even did not like. What strong emotion is triggered by this person? The reason why you are dreaming of him or her may be that you are experiencing similar emotions with someone in your waking life right now. This famous person may have stood for a lot of the values that are coming up in your current social interaction, and you are reminded of how you want to act. Conversely, you may also be reminded of how you shouldn't act, if you are strongly against this famous person's values, lifestyle, and convictions. Conclusion. Dreams of a dead person being alive can be spooky to some, but in general, it could just symbolize emotions that you are going through in your waking life and how this dead person relates to it. Try to remember how you felt in your dream, and even details such as who was the person who appeared to you. This will give you a more accurate interpretation of its meaning.